You emerge into the world, slipping from the warmth and safety of your mother's body straight into the thick, humid air of the Amazon. There's no fanfare, no gentle welcome. Your mother doesn't even glance back. To her, you were just something she needed to push out and move on from. And so she does. Gone. Just like that. You and your dozens of siblings instantly scatter into the wild chaos of the rainforest floor. There are no instructions, no guidance. You're barely a couple of feet long, greenish-brown, soft-bodied. And yes, honestly, kind of adorable. But the jungle doesn't care. It's indifferent, hostile, and hungry. Jaguars, caimans, even large birds overhead. They'd all gladly make a snack out of you. Luckily, you have an instinct. Disappear. And disappear you do. Slipping into the river, you blend perfectly into the muddy brown current. Beneath the surface, you're invisible. Floating, drifting, hiding. It's oddly fun, but fun only lasts so long. Hunger kicks in. Your senses, though still raw and growing, are just sharp enough. You detect something darting nearby. A small fish, your first target. You freeze, letting the current pull you silently forward. When the moment is right, your jaw clamps down with startling speed. Success, your first kill. It's tiny, but it counts. It's the first of many. Out here, if you want to survive, you have to grow fast and grow smart. Speaking of smart, take a look at yourself. That skin of yours, a gorgeous patchwork of greens, browns, and shadows. Nature crafted a perfect camouflage for you. Whether you're slipping through tea-colored rivers or winding through jungle underbrush, you are nearly impossible to spot. That invisibility, that's your ticket to survival. For now, you keep things simple. Most of your time is spent gliding through muddy rivers and still swamps, staying close to the water where danger feels distant. Just your eyes and nostrils peek above the surface as you silently drift along, waiting for something careless to come too near. Then, there it is, a plump little rodent, clueless and bold, sniffing at the shoreline. You stay frozen. Then, snap, you strike fast, like a whip. Your coils wrap around it, tight and unforgiving. It stops struggling. Dinner, served. Not bad. You've made it into the juvenile stage, and the game is changing. You're larger, quicker, deadlier. And your targets? Let's just say you've upgraded. Tiny fish and frogs no longer satisfy you. Now, you're eyeing something far more rewarding. Capybaras, the biggest rodents on Earth. And to you, just another item on the menu. Whew, that was close. But don't let it get to your head. You're far from the top of the food chain. Jaguars, caimans, even your own kind. All of them would gladly turn you into lunch given the chance. You'll need to stay alert and invisible. Camouflage isn't just helpful now, it's your lifeline. One day you spot a caiman, sunbathing, vulnerable, exposed, juvenile, like you. A challenge, but not an impossible one. You pause, weigh the risk. Is this your moment? You decide yes. You glide forward, smooth and steady like a shadow cast over water. You strike. It thrashes, but it's too late. The river swallows your victory. But don't get ahead of yourself. Not every hunt ends in triumph. Remember that time you latched onto a capybara and it dragged you halfway across the river before shaking free? Yeah, that happened. Embarrassing. But hey, at least no one saw. You keep going, keep growing. With every successful meal, your body thickens. Your muscles coil tighter, your instincts sharpen. The jungle, once monstrous and overwhelming, now feels familiar. You know its rhythms, its dangers, its gifts. Eventually, you become something more, something the jungle begins to notice. You're not just surviving anymore, you're thriving, and you're big now, 15 feet and counting. As time passes, the jungle starts to feel familiar. You've mastered the art of vanishing in plain sight, lying still for hours, days, maybe longer, and then, finally, a break. A herd of capybaras, grazing right by the shore. You lower yourself beneath the surface, slow and steady. Only your eyes remain above water. You wait, muscles coiled, ready. But wait, who invited this guy? Another predator, showing up unannounced. You consider asking for a tiny bite, just a nibble. Yeah, no, not worth it. Time to disappear, again. You're still evolving, not just in size, but in skill. Every day you learn more about the jungle and your place in it. You've become a master of silence and stillness, your patterned skin melting into the shadows of mud, leaves, and water. Your sense of smell is now a weapon, guiding you toward prey long before you ever see it. And your body, it's all power now. Thick muscle, coiled precision, pure instinct. You're no longer just a young anaconda. You're nearly grown, and at over 15 feet long, you've reached the kind of size that makes others think twice before crossing your path. No more small-time snacks for you. You've graduated to bigger prey. Now your sights are set on bigger prizes: deer, wild boars, and even the occasional reckless caiman that strays too close. With your size and strength growing, the jungle begins to feel tighter. There's more competition, more danger. You need your own domain, a patch of wilderness you can claim, defend, and hunt in peace. So you set off, winding through the rainforest, crossing streams, slipping under fallen trees, brushing past thick, tangled undergrowth. You're looking for the right place, close to water, rich with prey, but far from rivals. Eventually you find it, a quiet bend in the river, shaded by towering trees and hidden from view. Ideal. You press your body to the earth and leave your scent behind. This place is yours now, your kingdom, your future. And speaking of new beginnings, it's time for something different. Mating. Survival isn't the only instinct driving you anymore. Now it's about leaving something behind. As the season shifts, you catch a scent on the wind, faint, familiar, promising. You follow it, gliding through swamp and jungle until you find her, another anaconda, a female, strong, silent, beautiful in her own way. What follows isn't fast or aggressive, it's deliberate. The two of you begin to twist around each other, slow and steady, a ritual. Hours pass in a quiet spiral, no noise, no rush. Eventually, nature finishes what it started. She'll carry your legacy forward. Months pass. Now she's alone, hiding in a secluded corner of the jungle. And unlike most snakes, she doesn't lay eggs. Instead, she gives birth to 20 to 40 anaconda cubs, tiny anacondas, born the way you once were, in mud, leaves, and danger. Her work is done. No goodbyes, no nurturing. She disappears without looking back. Most of those babies won't last a year, but that's not her problem. Honestly, there's no real difference between giving birth and pooping for an anaconda. You push, you leave, you forget. Anyway, let's get back to some fun. Now that you're older and heavier, the years begin to show. The endless hunts, the constant battles, they've left their mark. You're still powerful, no question, but speed isn't on your side like it used to be. The fire that once made you unstoppable, it's flickering now. You move with more thought, more caution. Lying quietly beneath the river's surface, you catch movement nearby, a capybara, grazing without a care. Once, you would have ignored such an easy target. Too small, not worth the effort. But today, something about it feels familiar, like revisiting an old memory. It's been a long time since your last encounter with one, and there's something oddly comforting about circling back to the prey that started it all. You lie still, hidden by the murk. The capybara shuffles forward, unaware, and then, strike. Your body reacts on instinct. One quick lunge, a wrap, a squeeze. It's done. You win. Again. But as you swallow your meal, you can't help but notice it's not quite as satisfying as it used to be. The rush is still there, but not the meaning. You've changed, grown, in more ways than one. One day, as you stalk a young deer near the muddy riverbank, something feels off. You coil your body, tense and ready, but the moment you lunge, your timing is wrong. The deer flinches, then bolts. You try to follow, but your body betrays you. Slower than it once was, heavier. You crash into the shallows, jaws snapping on nothing. It's your first real failure in a long time, and this time, it hurts. Not just your pride, your bones, your breath, your everything. The years have caught up. Your body, once a weapon, now a burden. You drag yourself back to the water and sink beneath the surface, but it no longer feels like safety. It feels like hiding. A week passes, then another. You haven't eaten. You've barely moved. One morning, a caiman finds you. Weak, still, easy. There's no fight, no lunge, just teeth, crushing, tearing. You don't scream, you don't resist. And just like that, it's over. Not a legend, not a monster, just meat for something younger. The jungle doesn't mourn you. It just swallows what's left. Life as a giant anaconda might be rough, but there's another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.